Hello everyone, I'm Sign1News anchor Jethro Woodall. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the news today. As the COVID-19 surge continues, here are the top 5 things you need to know today, Wednesday. Number 1, some hospitals are struggling to keep up. In Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas, the hospitalizations are more than double the national rate. In Florida, they're more than triple. Number 2, the American Academy of Pediatrics says more kids are getting COVID-19. Now, with nearly 94,000 child cases reported between July 29th and August 5th. Number 3, the battle continues over masking up in schools, as multiple states have banned school mask mandates. But some districts are pushing back, even getting restraining orders. Number 4, the Biden administration is looking into whether the president can intervene when states prohibit school mask mandates. And number 5, federal officials are working closely with private employers to encourage vaccine mandates. Hackers have just scored what could be the biggest theft in the cryptocurrency industry. The finance platform Poly Network says a vulnerability in its system allowed hackers to make off with a whopping $600 million. The company begged the thieves to return the money, and it appears they were listening. By Wednesday morning, Poly Network says nearly $5 million were returned. But it's still not clear who is behind the attack or why they returned the money. Today, Wednesday, marks 4 years since the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. That's when a group of white supremacists marched in the city to protest the removal of a Confederate statue. It started with the group chanting racist and anti-Semitic slurs, then became increasingly violent with clashes between protesters and counter-protesters, and finally turning violent when James Fields Jr. drove into a crowd of counter-protesters, killing 32-year-old Heather Heyer and injuring more than 24 people. Fields is serving life in prison. Check your freezer. Serenade Foods is recalling about 60,000 pounds of frozen, raw, breaded, and pre-browned stuffed chicken products produced on February 24th and 25th of this year and sold at Aldi Food. The USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service is urging Americans to throw the food away or return it to the stores because of possible salmonella contamination. And eating it can cause diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and fever. So throw it away or take it back to the store. Senate Republicans blocked the latest attempt by Democrats to advance a sweeping voting overhaul bill early Wednesday morning. GOP lawmakers believe states should maintain control over their own voting processes without federal overreach. But Democrats say federal intervention is necessary because many states are passing laws that restrict voting access. However, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says Democrats have been discussing a compromise bill on voting rights that might be more likely to win Republican support. What are your thoughts on that? If you live on Florida's East Coast, you may want to put a hold on your weekend plans. A new tropical storm named Fred has formed in the Caribbean. Fred is expected to hit the Dominican Republic and Haiti Wednesday with sustained winds of 40 miles per hour and could drop up to 6 inches of rain. Then it's expected to move toward Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, and Cuba, and then start to gain strength as it heads towards Florida, possibly making landfall there this weekend. It's still too early to say if the storm will develop into a hurricane. But as always, Sign1News will keep an eye on any developments and post emergency press conferences on all of our platforms. On our website, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So stay tuned. If you are a stargazer in the Northern Hemisphere, look up into the night sky and brace yourself for one of the best shows offered by the cosmos. From midnight Wednesday to dawn on Friday, the Perseid meteor shower will be at its peak with a brilliant display of 40 shooting stars every hour blazing across the sky. Of course, that all depends on light pollution in your area. So the further you are from a city, the more likely you're able to see the spectacular streaking light show. And that's all for today. Sign1News will be broadcasting live updates Monday through Friday. Then this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, join us for a live panel of diverse guests to discuss the hot topics of the week. Again, be sure to post your thoughts and comments at any time during any of the live shows. We might even share your comment. A big thank you to our Sign1News app subscribers. You help make this broadcast happen. Thank you. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Apple Watch, Amazon, and Roku. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Oh, I'm looking forward to that meteor shower.